With President Biden stepping out of the presidential race and Vice President Kamala Harris the likely nominee now, we have a former Kentucky Democratic Congressman joining us tonight to talk about that and how the state's governor could possibly end up on the Harris ticket. Former 3rd District Congressman Mike Ward joining us now. Can you believe what's transpired in the past few weeks in this campaign?
Well, it was awesome yesterday because I had my 5-year-old granddaughter. And I sat her down in front of the TV. She spent the night last night and showed her this is the woman who's going to be the first woman president of the United States.
Now, you know, RFK Jr. tried to challenge Biden in the primary, wasn't allowed to, went independent. He said...
Well, he was allowed to.
He said Kamala is the concealer in chief for not telling the public about cognitive problems with Joe Biden over the past few years, and all of a sudden now it came out in the debate. Your response to that?
Well, that's just classic messaging, because while he did have a horrible, horrible debate, and he's no longer running for president, he is well qualified to continue to serve. That notion that he isn't qualified to continue is horse crap.
So he's stepping out because he doesn't think he can win?
Yeah, he doesn't want to allow
Is that
Donald
fair
Trump.
to the 14 million in the primaries who voted for him across the country as Democrats, when now it's going to be someone who's more selected by a few folks?
No, they voted for the guy who selected the woman who I think is now going to be our nominee. And there are 4,000 delegates who are representative of those 14 million votes, and they're going to vote on who our nominee is. That's just a canard.
So you think she's in, and of course we're seeing lists out there, and I saw one today with 10 possible VP candidates for Kamala Harris that had Andy Beshear at the top. Where do you think he fits in this contest to be the VP candidate?
Well, Andy can speak to the people that we need to speak to win essentially 4 battleground states: Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. Now wait, I should have done it this way for the camera. But you can picture them. And there are rural Democrats who will come back from their 2016 vote, many of whom did in 2020, to reelect this administration through Kamala Harris.
What is it about Andy Beshear that would make him the right pick in your estimation?
Well, he's proven that he can bring back rural Democrats, flip them from red to blue here in Kentucky. In 19, he did it, and then, wow, if you look at the 19 Kentucky map compared to the 23 Kentucky map, you'll see all sorts of counties he turned from red to blue, and he can do that nationally.
There are other candidates in the mix. In the end, do you think he'll get the selection?
Oh gosh, if I knew that, I'd be online gaming.
Yeah. This race, we've seen the numbers out there, the polling. Of course, it's all going to change now if she does become the nominee. That you get the boost, you get the drop, you get the boost. This all changes. But leading up to this, she has been behind former President Trump, similarly to what Biden is.
Well, except that when people were answering that question, they didn't really know Kamala Harris. They don't know her years as a prosecutor, years as an attorney general, years as a senator, and now 3.5 years as the vice president of the United States. She is ready from day one to be president.
Well, former Congressman Mike Ward, we thank you for coming here to join us today, and we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll talk to you more, I'm sure, especially if the governor becomes the VP candidate.
Yes, sir. Thanks
right.
so much.
Thank you.